So what would your advice be to the main actors of GTA 6? We obviously don't know who they are, or they're not officially confirmed. People have already, I think, found out. But anyway, what would your advice be to these two, the actors who are what are they getting themselves into, man? My goodness.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Oh,
I guess just I honestly I had no idea when I was working on Red Dead Redemption. They were like, you know that this is a bigger because I'm not a gamer, and they knew that at this point. They were like, this is a bigger deal than you're probably aware of, right? And I'm like, I guess maybe I believe you if you say so. But they were saying, like people are going to change their social media profiles to your name, and you're going to have to like deal with that. Right? You're ready for that, right? I'm like, no, they won't. And they really didn't. Nothing from Red Dead Redemption really blew up the way that it did in Red Dead Redemption 2. But I would say, the negative things that happen, whatever. I mean, okay, for me, luckily, it hasn't been anything really crazy or really difficult to kind of fix. There have been people that have pretended to be me that have said things where I thought, I guess it's a compliment that you want to do that, but you got to be your own person and be proud of yourself and do your own thing. And that's how I've tried to explain to people, don't do that. It's not cool. But I think that there are so many more positives that these actors are going to experience because of this really, really cool opportunity that they've been given. And I want them to not take it for granted. It is, we are the luckiest people, the luckiest people. I mean, we're playing characters in video games, and anything that we say or it can be manipulated by the technology that is used to create these things. So they could kind of use anyone to do the roles that we do. And we're so fortunate to have been able to have the experience of working on the game with amazing people, and then afterwards, getting to meet fans face to face. Don't ever, ever, ever take that for granted. It is amazing, and we are so lucky to be able to enjoy it. That's what I would say.
and their lives are going to change forever, aren't they? I mean, then it's never going
Yeah.
to be the same again. I mean, your life hasn't been the same since Red Dead, has it?
No, it hasn't. And thankfully it's changed for a lot of really
Positive, yeah,
positive.
yeah.
Yeah. We're very fortunate. There's no way around it. Don't ever forget that. That would be the biggest thing I would ever say to someone.
What about dealing with like the side of it where you're now kind of famous?
I mean, it's very rare. I mean, if I go somewhere for a convention, there might be someone outside of the convention who recognizes me, but they're probably aware that there's a convention in town and they're excited about it and who's going to be there. It's not like I go places and people just say, "You're the guy." I mean, that just doesn't happen. So for me, I don't think it's probably not like people might assume that it is. It's just not. For you, I mean, so for you, you are doing your thing, and it's you. It's your face, and people, I'm sure, recognize you, and you've had to learn to deal with that. But for me, and also I live in a small town where I know a lot of people because I grew up here. And so if I run into someone at, the store or whatever, and they say, hey, I'd like to introduce you to my son. He's a big fan of Red Dead. And hey, this is the guy that played that game that you play. This is the guy. And the kid always looks at me kind of like, no, that's not him. Because I don't look just like him, you know what I mean? But it's wild,